Good morning. So, this morning I've been having all sorts of thoughts. There's just been so much coming through this morning. And one of the things that I am realizing, I got here to the valley, and one of the things that I realized is that on this spiritual awakening and in life, whether you're aware of it or you're not aware of it, whatever is relevant to you at any point in time will naturally come into your life because you are drawn to it. Whenever you are at any stage that you are at, you are in tune to seeing what is relevant uh, for your expansion at any point. Wherever your vibration is, whatever your thoughts are, you are going to see that in the world around you. So if you are having low, poor, poor me, victim thoughts, you're going to see the hardship in the world all around you. Everything is in existence, like coinciding. Is that a word? All together. Everything that is in existence at all times. And whatever you're in tune to be seeing, whatever you're in tune with, whatever vibration, whatever thought mode you are in, whatever the dominant vibration that you are emitting is what you're going to be seeing and in the world, because it's all around us all the times, all of the levels of to pure light and enlightenment to pure hell on earth. Paradise and hell exist side by side simultaneously in different dimensions on the same platform, and you can see them according to where you're attuned into. And on this spiritual awakening, we're going through all of the different dimensions. We are shooting through the different dimensions, and a lot of times, because we're going in between the old and the new, the old and the new, the old way of thinking and the new way of thinking, then we can see two perspectives at the same time. We in the morning sometimes we can see one perspective, in the evening we see another perspective, or we can see all of the worlds all at once. All That's when you purify yourself and you look from above. You can see it all. You can see what this person is saying according to their perspective. You can see what the other person is saying according to their perspective, and you can connect to these different emotions. And that is why during the spiritual awakening, we become such powerful beings, and we become healers in ourselves, is because we have passed through all of these emotions. We can recognize them in others and go in with them into their emotions and into their state of being where they're at now. And a lot of times people are locked in these loops and ways of thinking, because these loops feed themselves. You can see it as an archetype or as a entity, different entities. And these loops, let's say there is divinity all around us. The whole universe is made up of divine matter that just is perpetually. Every single emotion is all around us at all times. Every single vibration, we can connect to the different vibrations and feel the different modes of being. And so these vibrations, it's like the tree that falls in the forest. Does it make a sound if you're not there to hear it? It's the same thing. So these vibrations or entities, or whatever you want to call them, get existence, attention, focus, by us paying attention to them. And that is how their life plays out, right? So they are not connected to a being. And in order for them to catch, like, tramp, I want to say, like to catch a ride on the and get any kind of momentum or any kind of experience in this platform, they have to like attach onto a being. They have to, they get existence through our giving them power in our lives. So it's kind of like leeches that will attach, and then they get their lifeline through us. And so everything wants to exist, everything wants to flower, everything wants to experience. And it's just like um, demonic beings that come in through your cracks, and then they can get expression's the word I'm looking for. They can get expression through you. So these different vibrations that are always in existence, they kind of hold you in a loop, because when you are notice that when you're down, everything around you looks down, and it holds you down because what you see is reinforcing what you're feeling, and what you're feeling is reinforcing what you're seeing. So it gets you in this mind loop that holds you in place. So, as healers, as chosen ones, or as people that have, that wounded healers, I should say, that have gone through the different stages and the different dimensions and all of the pain, and know exactly, the depths of it, and also know that you can pull out of it and go into a completely enlightened state where you are living in paradise on the same platform. You're living time stands still. In essence, this morning, maybe I'll hike up there. That looks like a cool hike up there. It looks like there's a plateau up there. I'll see if there's a way up there without a whole bunch of bushes, because there's a whole bunch of bushes here. So there is, on this same platform, there are so many different ways of existence. You can live in heaven on earth while you're alive. You can live in the perpetual now, and when you're in the perpetual now, then time seems to stand still. Time seems to just be, and you can just be. There is no, you become an observer. You become non-attached to anything. Everything is there for a reason and a purpose, and you begin to see it. You begin to pay attention to nature. In nature are all the signs and of your existence. A lot of videos you'll see that I'm walking through nature. There's so many things that you can learn about your own existence through nature, because everything in the universe works on the same confirmation. Everything in the universe works on the same universal laws, which you can understand your own self and the way that you work through these laws. And so everything is irrelevant. And so what I started off saying, and I want to just finish at that point, is that whatever is relevant to you will naturally come into your life. People, places, things, you will be drawn to them, and they will be drawn to you as well. And when we're off searching, what is it? The chasing energy on this twin flame journey, that is something that is very stand out. That when the chasing energy comes up, and when you're out chasing and searching for something, you're not home. So when the thing comes to find you, you're not there. And so you're basically, when you're out chasing your life, you are bypassing what is naturally yours. Because if you just sit at home, in your inner home, or sit in your being, what is yours will naturally be drawn to you. There is an element of patience here. I want to show you this. Look behind me. I don't know if you can see those caves. Yeah, there you can see them a little bit. There is an element of patience, of allowing, because you have to hold your vibration for a certain amount of time in order to allow the universe to understand, instead of sending out mixed vibrations of brings more. So when you are able to sit in your center and just be who you are naturally, the universe will naturally bring that to you. If you're shaking all around, you're not home for the universe to even understand what it is that is your base vibration. So I wanted to further that point. There was something else I was going to say about it. So there, okay. So there are different parts in this, and this the it's almost like you have to allow yourself just to sit still long enough to even know who you are or what you are, and you have this intense urge to during the spiritual awakening because there's so much pain involved, and you're searching, and there is a certain amount of patience that you have to learn patience. It means just sitting in it, sitting in the pain, sitting in place, allowing it to flow through you. And there is also releasing expectation, which is kind of a paradox of sort because you also have to have expectation in order to move your life in a certain direction, but you have to have expectation but then release it and allow the universe, release the how, allow the universe to fill in all the blanks. We belong to this universe. We're part of this universe. We're part of the divinity of everything, and this divinity is so much greater than we can even imagine or conceive with our limited capacity. And we are part of it. So if we learn to trust the universe that there is order, and we can conceive that we always see what is relevant to us. That is how our life opens up and flowers over and over and over, because we are wherever we are, we find the next step. The next step. There is no gap. And so, if we can trust that, we can just bring ourselves into our center and knowingly know that the universe is going to bring us what is exact for us in that place, and then we can trust. So we don't have to chase after love, we don't have to chase after anything. When we are in our center, what is relevant to us will show up in our lives. And in this place, when we are going through the spiritual awakening, there seems to be this void that opens up within us when we begin our cleansing, when we start cleansing ourselves and removing all of the things that are irrelevant, or all of the misbehaviors, misbeliefs, things that aren't accurate with our being. And when we start removing them from us, there it creates a void. But this void is a place for us to fill in with what is relevant. So if we start chasing after things, then that is the message that we're giving to the universe, that we have to chase, and then we're perpetually chasing. And when we just sit in the void, we allow the universe. There's a big hawk up there. We allow the universe to, and we sit in the void and we calm ourselves. We breathe into it. We meditate and we allow the void to be there. Then we become comfortable with the void. We become comfortable with our own selves at the center, at our core. And then we have patience, and we are in allowance, and allow the universe to fill in whatever, accurately what is in sync with our vibration. It's a shift, it's a change takes time, or it doesn't take time. It really depends. But it's coming into the place where you can find paradise on earth this morning. um, this morning, from when the moment I got up, everything seems to be at a standstill. It's like I entered into a world of wonder. Everything is just shiny. Everything is beautiful. It seems like everything is just standing still. And then I move through time rather than time racing after time. Um, so everything is relevant. Everything that is relevant to us will come in to our lives. And there's like this story that I keep on coming back to. It's like when because of this twin flame journey, we have this urge to chase, this urge to be running. And when we're running, we're missing out on what would naturally flow into our lives if we were just to sit in it and allow it to come to us. It's almost like giving up an addiction. It feels like giving up an addiction, giving up this urge. You have this urge. Um, which lately I feel like is dissipating in me. I feel less and less the urge to chase, less and less the urge to run. I realize that chasing after something is is the same as believing that I'm not deserving of it, because if I sit in place, what's naturally mine will come to me, and what is naturally mine will also uh, um, will flow into my life, and it will be perfect for me, not something that with my mind I'm thinking, okay, that's perfect for me, so I'm going to chase after it. But if it's not coming into my life and flowing into my life, then obviously it's not in perfect sync for me, at least not in the place that I am. And so, really, this whole spiritual awakening is coming back home to ourselves and being able to sit within ourselves and pass over into these dimensions of not of just being, of just being. And then you find that everything is in such perfect harmony, and that I am in perfect harmony with everything else, and what is in perfect harmony will with me will be attracted into my life. All I have to do is allow myself to be an expression, um, and know and take inspired action. So whenever I feel inspired to take action, not to take action that is forced action, or that's kind of like the chasing energy, not forced action, but inspired action. And it's kind of like making these videos. It's inspired action. It's when I feel inspired, or when I have a message, or when something is coming through. And this in this way, I am allowing myself to be an expression of who I am, and trusting the universe that whoever or whatever needs to find this expression and finds a value in it is in vibrational match with me, and naturally brings us together. So it's kind of like a trust, letting go and trusting, knowing what I want so that it can be um, intentional, and every point of action, not just randomly, expending my energy to the world, but everything that I do have purpose and place and reason behind it. And then I'm living a life that is full of meaning and intention, and fully expressed, and fully enlightened, and with the taste of fulfillment to it. It is living a purposeful life with. I'm really driving this home. A life full of purpose that just tastes so good, and it's like living in paradise. And okay, I'm gonna end it there. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it.